Transporting and escorting inmates is one other common duty, and sometimes it falls within its own section. In a lot of instances, in a lot of facilities, the transporting and escorting of inmates may take a specific section or officers or a security section or department that does it individually or separate from the folks or the officers that perform the task in the housing unit. And this happens as a result of maintaining that layers of security. So a good example is, the morning comes around and there are people that are in custody that need medical treatment, and appointments have already been set up for them, and there are correctional officers or security personnel that have been assigned to perform transports. In most instances, they're transport officers, and what they do is they gather equipment, belly chains, leg irons, handcuffs. They put all that equipment together. They have a transport plan. They put together a equipment such as special uniform, a different type of inmate uniform, maybe a jacket because of the weather conditions, and they're driving some type of vehicle such as a van or a SUV or a car, and it's equipped with a cage in it, and they have some type of defensive weapons like a shotgun or a pistol or both, and they escort and transport these individuals to either a medical appointment at a hospital or to a clinic or a section there on the grounds. And this happens every day around the world. Actually, this is a common occurrence, and this is something that takes place, and it's a service that's provided to both male and female, pregnant, and also the juvenile population who are in custody. So this is something that a duty that most instances people would think that it's a regular duty of corrections, but it tends to be a separate duty or a separate section, because it's requires specialty to it. There's a lot more stuff involved, to include verifying the appointment, making certain that the routes with reference to where the transport will take place are going to be safe, and that there will be no family members there at the location, and that employees are not related or affiliated or connected to the inmate in any way, either that they're not related to the victim or they're not related to the inmate as far as accomplices or whatever it may be. So there's a lot of stuff, also with reference to anonymity. So there's other things with reference to like being able to keep that transport secret, and making certain that the doctors and the lawyers and the courts and everybody don't share this information, or the information's only received on a need-to-know basis. A lot of jurisdictions, this is where it's failed, because the courts or somebody in the courts shares this information with the defendant or the inmate's representative, the attorney, because the attorney keeps saying that they're not receiving care, and the courts say, oh yeah, they're receiving care because they have an appointment this week on Friday at 8 o'clock at such location. And guess what the attorney does? It tells their defendant or the inmate, and the inmate makes quick phone calls or passes notes or messages and makes a break for it at that time, because now they've opened up that window or that chance for that inmate in order to get away. So let's look at that actually has a lot of risks with reference to the job duty. So if you perform prisoner transports, inmate transports, you're more likely to have more risk. It's probably more likely that you're going to be in a situation that you could, come in contact with the public and have to safeguard the inmate or prevent the inmate from escaping. So it's a very hazardous duty, and it has a lot of moving parts to it.